Surprisingly, 75% of people report feeling happier after sex. But why is this so? This may leave you wondering, and rightfully so. It seems like a simple question, yet it's a gateway to a fascinating exploration of the human psyche and physiology. Let's embark on this journey together, and let's start with a shocking statistic. 75%, 3 out of every 4 people, feel a surge of happiness post-intimacy. This isn't just about the physical satisfaction that comes with the act, but a deeper, more profound sense of contentment and well-being. So what exactly is happening here? Is it all about the hormones, the adrenaline, the dopamine, the oxytocin that floods our system during and after the act? Yes, these physiological responses play a crucial role. They contribute to a sense of pleasure, bonding, and even pain relief. They make us feel good, they make us feel close to our partners, and they even help us sleep better. But there's more to it. The pleasure derived from sex extends beyond the physical into the psychological realm. It is an affirmation of life, of connection, of being human. It's a moment of shared vulnerability, of giving and receiving, of being present in the here and now. It's about intimacy, about trust, about the joy of being known and accepted, of being seen and loved for who you are. We can't overlook the fact that sex is also a form of communication. It's a language of its own, allowing us to express feelings we might otherwise struggle to put into words. It's a dance of desire, a symphony of senses, a play of power and surrender. Now let's pause here for a moment. If sex, this basic biological function, can bring such profound happiness, what does this imply about life? Is there a deeper meaning, a hidden wisdom in this pleasure principle? As we explore this further, consider what this implies about life. Dive into the science behind this pleasure. It's more than just a physical act. When we experience pleasure, particularly during sexual activity, a cocktail of hormones is released into our system. This delightful concoction includes endorphins, oxytocin, and dopamine, among others. Each of these hormones plays a unique role in enhancing our mood and well-being. Let's begin with endorphins. Known as the body's natural painkillers, they are released during sex, helping to reduce stress and induce feelings of euphoria. They are the same hormones that give us that post-workout high, making us feel invigorated and happy. Next up is oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This hormone is released during sexual activity, childbirth, and even while breastfeeding. It helps to strengthen social bonds and deepen our connections with others. It's the hormone that makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside, fostering feelings of trust, empathy, and bonding. And then there's dopamine. This is the reward hormone, the one that gives us a sense of satisfaction and pleasure. It's released during sex, when we eat our favorite food, or when we achieve a goal. It's what keeps us coming back for more, seeking out those activities that make us feel good. But these hormones don't just make us feel good in the moment. They have long-term effects on our mood and overall well-being. Regular release of these hormones can help to reduce anxiety, improve mood, increase self-esteem, and even promote better sleep. Medical experts and scientists have spent decades studying these hormones, and they all agree. The pleasure derived from sex isn't just about the physical act. It's about the release of these hormones and the profound effects they have on our bodies and our brains. The science behind pleasure shows us that it's a crucial component of our overall health and well-being. From a biological standpoint, it's clear why sex can make us feel so good. But let's take a step back and look at this from a philosophical perspective. Pleasure, especially that derived from sex, has long been a topic of interest among philosophers. The resounding question, what does the pleasure of having sex prove about life, has been explored in depth, offering a wealth of insights. The ancient Greeks had a term, eudaimonia, which roughly translates to human flourishing or the good life. This concept encapsulates the idea that pleasure, including sexual pleasure, is a fundamental aspect of a fulfilling life. When we experience pleasure, we are, in a sense, touching upon our most authentic selves, our capacity to feel, to connect, and to rejoice in our existence. Then there's the hedonistic perspective, which proposes that pleasure is the highest good and proper aim of human life. The pleasure of sex, in this view, is a testament to our instinctive pursuit of joy and satisfaction. It's a celebration of our inherent desire to seek out experiences that make us feel good. But let's not forget the existentialists, who argue that life is inherently devoid of meaning, and it's up to us to create our own. In this light, the pleasure derived from sex becomes a personal narrative, a story we craft about our existence, about what it means to be human. It's a reminder that we have the power to infuse our lives with joy, connection, and satisfaction. On the other hand, some philosophers caution against an overemphasis on pleasure. They argue that life isn't merely about chasing pleasure, but also about growing, evolving, and grappling with the complexities of existence. In this view, sex and the pleasure it brings aren't the end-all be-all of life, but rather one aspect of a multidimensional human experience. So, what can we gather from these philosophical musings? Well, it seems that pleasure, including that derived from sex, doesn't necessarily prove anything about life in a definitive sense. Instead, it provides us with a lens through which we can explore, interpret, and understand our human existence. Pleasure, then, can be a profound part of our human experience. What does the pleasure of sex suggest about our social lives and relationships? A question that may sound simple, but is layered with profound implications. Let's delve into it. Sex, beyond the realm of pleasure and procreation, is a social activity. It is an intimate dance that fosters bonding, communication, and trust between partners. It's not just a physical act, but a social interaction that can deepen our understanding of each other. Think about it. The pleasure derived from sex is a shared experience, a mutual journey of exploration and discovery. It can strengthen the bond between partners, creating a sense of unity and togetherness. This shared pleasure can indeed be a powerful glue that can hold relationships together. Beyond the personal bonds, sex has broader societal implications. It is a fundamental part of human connection and social interaction. The pleasure of sex encourages us to seek out connections with others, fostering a sense of community and belonging. We are social creatures after all, and the desire for sexual pleasure can drive us towards forming and maintaining social bonds. Now let's hear from the experts. Sociologists and relationship experts often emphasize the pivotal role of sex in our social lives. They argue that the pleasure of sex can enhance communication, promote emotional intimacy, and foster a deeper understanding between partners. This is not just about physical pleasure, but about the emotional and social benefits that come from this intimate act. In a society where sex is often stigmatized or misunderstood, understanding its social implications can help us view it in a more positive light. By recognizing and embracing the pleasure of sex, we can foster healthier relationships, promote open communication, and build stronger communities. In conclusion, the pleasure of sex is not a solitary selfish act. It is a mirror reflecting our deep-seated need for connection, intimacy, and shared joy. It is a testament to our inherently social nature. Sex, in this way, can serve as a vital part of our social fabric. Now, we want to hear from you. How does the pleasure of sex resonate with your experiences of life? We've journeyed through the pleasure principle, delved into the science, explored philosophical perspectives, and even touched on social implications. But the beauty of this subject lies not just in the theories, facts, and social narratives, but also in the myriad of personal experiences. Each of us, as individuals, experience pleasure in our own unique ways. Our experiences, our thoughts, our perceptions, they all add a new dimension to the understanding of the pleasure of sex and its implications on life. It's like a beautiful, intricate mosaic, where each piece, each experience contributes to the grand picture. Sexual pleasure is a deeply personal and intimate subject, yet sharing our experiences can help us understand the breadth and depth of human experiences. It can illuminate aspects we may have never considered. It can challenge our assumptions, broaden our perspectives, and deepen our understanding. Whether you've found that the pleasure of sex has taught you about the importance of connection, intimacy, and vulnerability, or you've discovered insights about your own self, your desires, or your boundaries, your experiences are significant. They are real, they are valuable. So we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences. How has the pleasure of sex shaped your understanding of life? How has it impacted your relationships, your self-perception, or your philosophy? Remember, there is no right or wrong answer here. This is not about judgment or comparison. It's about exploration, understanding, and growth. It's about creating a space where we can all learn from each other's experiences and perspectives. So, let's start a conversation. Let's share. Let's learn. Let's grow. Let's deepen our collective understanding of life's pleasures. Remember, your experiences and thoughts matter. They add to our collective understanding of life's pleasures.